the Liondesk product specialist, the trainer, and welcome to our live Q&A. So if this is your first time joining us in live Q&A, what can you expect? Well, every Thursday at 10 a.m., we're going to go live on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. That way we can make ourselves accessible to you all, right? We want to go live and answer any questions that you all have about Liondesk. So how can you start submitting your questions over to us? All you have to do is add them in the comments section below, and I'll see all of your comments here. I'll be able to dive into Liondesk and answer your question. Right. In addition, we do like to go over new features, new enhancements, and just a few questions that we had over the past week. So let's go ahead and dive into Liondesk and get started. Give me a second as I share my screen. Boom, there we go. Awesome. All right, y'all. So here we are logged into Liondesk. Again, as you all start submitting your questions, all you have to do is add them in the comments section below. So go ahead, start submitting your questions. We're live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and also YouTube. All right. Okay, so as you start submitting your questions, I'll see them all here. In the meantime, there was a question that I did see over the past few weeks, and it's essentially how to create your campaigns and how to assign your campaigns to trigger automatically. Right, so let's go ahead and jump into the campaign section of Liondesk. So all you want to do is open up the main menu here on the left-hand side, and you're going to see campaigns towards the bottom. So go ahead and click on campaigns. Awesome. All right, y'all. So in campaigns, you are going to see that there are a few campaigns already uploaded for you all. So you should see a new lender campaign, a buyer campaign, a seller campaign, new leads, and so forth. In addition to these campaigns that have already been uploaded to your account, you do have access to the Publish Campaign library. So from here, you are going to see this second tab, Publish Campaigns. Go ahead and click. And this is going to show you a library of different campaigns that other Liondesk users have uploaded, right? So you'll see them listed below. You'll see the campaign name. You'll see the published by, also the date created. Also, how often it was downloaded, right? So if you wanted to see some of the popular campaigns, you can definitely sort by the saved. And you'll see, or double click to sort by saved, and you'll see the most downloaded campaigns at the top. Quick notes, you may see this lock icon right next to the campaign name, and that's just letting you know that this campaign is private. So we won't be able to download these campaigns unless you have the access code. So if you try to download, right, if you click on save, you'll get this little pop-up, and it's going to give you the access, a section where you can enter the access code. So once you have, if you have the access code, you'll be able to click here and click on save. Awesome. So again, these are locked. However, we can remove these from the visible campaigns. So you are going to see this button here to hide restricted campaigns. Awesome. So as you see here, this is restricting or hiding all of those restricted campaigns. You'll no longer see that lock icon here. So these are available to download. So the first one we see here is Liondesk KW33 Touch, right? So campaign marketing and prospecting techniques, which ensures year-round contact, right, with your contacts. So from here, you'll be able to click on this save button to download those campaigns. Right, so let's do this one, for example, all Facebook leads. Let's go ahead and click on the save button. And it's going to ask us to confirm, do we really want to download this campaign? Right, go ahead and click on save. Right, it's going to download that campaign into your account, so you'll be able to start using that campaign in your communication. Right, so you have those preloaded campaigns, you have this published campaign library. You can also create your own, right? So you have all of these options for campaigns. So to create your own, you are going to see this button here at the very top, create campaign. Go ahead and click. And let's go ahead and give this a name. So let's go ahead and do Facebook follow-up. Right, so let's say I get leads from Facebook. I want to make sure that I follow up with all of those leads. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and click on submit. It's going to open up that campaign, and as you notice, it is empty. So from here, all you have to do is build up this campaign. What do you want to send out, right? So with Liondesk, you can send emails. If you have the Liondesk custom number, you can also send text messages. You can also leverage Lead Assist, which is our AI text assistant. And also you can set up task reminders, right? So if you want to schedule some phone calls, you can also set that up within your campaign, right? So you can select between emails, text messages, task reminders. You can schedule them over the course of a few weeks, a couple of months, maybe even up to a year, right? So from here, you want to get started by clicking on Create Action. Right, so once you click, you'll see those options, right? You can send an email, you can send a text message, you can send a task reminder, and then you also have Lead Assist. So for this example, let's go ahead and start off with an email. Go ahead and click on Email and click on Next. And so what Liondesk does, it pulls in all of your folders, right? So you may have a few folders already created with some email templates in them, right? They're going to appear here. So as you scroll below, you're going to see all of your folders. Right, if there's any email templates, you're going to see that right here next to the email icon, right? So this Liondesk new lead follow-up folder has 8 email templates. The ones listed below have 0 email templates. This one here has 11, right? So you can choose any templates that you already have available, right? You can also create your own templates if you haven't created them yet. You can create them from here. So you have the option to create a new folder, right? That way you stay organized. And once you create that folder, you can start creating your own templates, right? So when you click here, you get the sign-in screen on the right-hand side. This way you can type in the subject line, you can type in the body of the email, and save your template. But let's go ahead and use one that I've already have created. So I'm gonna go ahead and click here on my new lead follow-up. And I'm gonna see all of my email templates listed below. Right, so I can always preview this template to see if it's the template that I wanted. So for this email number 1, I'm going to see this eye icon. Right, so once you click, slides in on the right-hand side, gives you a preview of what this template is going to look like. Right, so in the subject line, hi, first name. Right, so this first name code auto-populates on its own. That way it customizes it to each person. Right, so hi, first name, I received your request. Right, first name, I wanted to quickly email you to let you know that I will be contacting you soon regarding your inquiry. Thank you. And then it's going to add in your email signature. Right, so this is great. This is the template that I wanted. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and just exit out of it and select email number 1. Once I click, I'm going to click on Next. And I'm going to set up the timing. Right, so from here, when do I want this email to send? Right, so when you're creating a campaign, you're going to schedule the time based on the moment that you assign the campaign. Right, so if I assign it today, the email goes out today. Right, if I wait a whole week and I assign the campaign, the schedule starts from that day. Right, so the day you assign the campaign, that's when the schedule starts. So this email, I want to send it immediately. So as soon as I assign the campaign, this email launches. They get this email immediately. Right, you can pick and choose a different time. So you can always click here. You can delay it by day and time. You can delay it by minutes. Right, but for this first one, for this first email, let's go ahead and keep it at immediately. From here, I'm gonna click on Next, and it's gonna ask me for an assignee. Right, so as you can see, mine is grayed out. This is going to be me. I'm gonna be the one sending the email. That said, if you are part of a team, you'll be able to click on this section here, and it's going to show you a drop-down menu, right? So this can only be used as part of a team. This way you can assign other team members to send emails. You can assign other team members to send text messages, and also you can send them task reminders, right? So that's all going to be a part of the assignee. Again, this is only if you're part of a team, so this account is a solo account, so this is just going to default to myself. All right, so once you have that set up, you're going to go ahead and click on Submit. And from here, you can, add another action, or you can finish and exit. But for this example, let's go ahead and do another one. I'm going to go ahead and click on Add another action. Right, so we get those same options. Do I want to send an email, a text? Do I want to set up a task? Or do I want to set up Lead Assist? We already did an email. Let's go ahead and do a text message. So once you click on text, you can click on next. The experience is going to be just the same way that we had with email, right? You're going to select your templates. So you're going to see all of your folders listed below, right? So you can click on any folder and select any other templates that you already have created. If you need to create new templates, you have this option, new folder. So you can create a new folder as well as create new templates. So you can click here, slides in on the right-hand side, and all you have to do is type in your message in this section provided here. With your text messages, you are able to add in emojis, you can add in images, Liondesk fields, right? So these are fields like the first name field, the email signature field, right? Those sections that auto-populate on their own. This is where you click to get those, to get that code. And then also Liondesk videos, right? So you can send out video text messages. So you can really build up your templates from here. But for this example, let's go ahead and use one of my text templates. As I scroll below, I see I have a text template for new lead follow-up. Right, if I want to preview it, same thing. I want to click on this eye icon, slides it on the right-hand side, and I can give it a quick read before I select. Right, so hi first name, right, again, that code auto-populates on its own. That way it customizes it to each person. So hi first name, I got your request. When would be a good time to talk? Right, I'm trying to schedule that meeting with them. I'm trying to schedule a phone call with them. Awesome. All right, this is perfect. I want to select this template. So all I have to do is click here and click on next. And then finally, I can set up the timing, right? So from here, I can click on this drop-down menu and select the timing, right? We already set that email to send immediately. I want to send this text message, let's say the following day. So I'm going to put delay by day and time, right? So the delay is going to be 1 day. So that's going to be the next day. So once I assign the campaign, they get that email immediately. The text message goes out the next day. At what time? Let's go ahead and make that just 10 o'clock even. Boom. Oop. There we go. Awesome. So so this text message will send out the next day at 10 a.m. Now, for text messages, you are going to see this option here, stop on text reply, right? So if you ever have any questions about it, you can just hover over this question mark and give it a quick read. So stop on text reply will stop the rest of the campaign. So we have an email right now. We have a text message that we're currently setting up, right? We can continue building up this campaign to span, a few weeks, even months. If I select stop on text reply for this text message, that means if the contact responds back to this specific text message, it's going to stop the rest of the campaign. So even if I had 10 more emails to send out, if I had 10 more text messages to send out, if they respond back to this text message, it's going to stop the rest of the campaign, right? You can select to have this turned on or turned off, and it really depends on the content of your campaign. So for this example, let's just say that I'm going to set up 10 emails, 10 text messages, and the goal is to just is to set up a meeting with them or set up a call, right? So for this example, I'm sending them these text messages to set up the call. In this example, I would definitely want to have stop on text reply turned on, because if they respond back to one of my text messages, that means they're trying to set up a call at that point, right? So I would want to remove the rest of the text messages asking for a time to set up a call, because that will no longer make sense. Right, so it depends on the content of your campaign, whether you want to have this turned on or turned off. Again, if you have this turned on, that means if a contact responds back to this specific text message, it will stop the rest of the campaign. If this is turned off, if the contact responds back to this specific text message, the campaign will still keep going, right? It's still going to send the rest of the emails. It's still going to send the rest of the text messages. Right, so again, it depends on the context of the campaign. You may choose to have this turned on or turned off. And again, if you have any questions, you can always hover over this little question mark here. So for this example, I'm going to leave it off and just click on next. And again, you can select the assignee. So from here, if you have a team member that you want To send the text message, you can click on this drop-down menu, and you're going to see all of your team members listed below. But this is just me, so from here, I'm going to go ahead and click on Submit. Awesome. Let's do one more. I'm going to go ahead and click on Add Another Action. This time, let's go ahead and do a task reminder. So the task reminder is going to be for me. So what do I need to complete for this contact? Right, so we'll click on Task, click on Next. What are the instructions? Right, call, contact, schedule a meeting. Right, so I sent an email, I sent a text message. Right, up next, I want to make sure that I get a reminder to schedule a meeting. So I want to make sure that I call this contact, right, whoever I send the campaign to. So from here, once I have the instructions in place, I'm going to go ahead and click on Next. And for this one, set the timing. So I'm going to click on the drop-down, select Delay by Date and Time. Right, we've already sent that email immediately. We sent the text message the following day. Maybe I want to give them a few days to respond. So I'm going to do a delay of 3 days. So on the 3rd day of the campaign, I'm going to get a task reminder to call the contact and to schedule that meeting. Right, so hopefully they responded to my text message or to my email by then. But if not, no worries. I have this task reminder. That way, this contact doesn't slip through the cracks. Right, so we have that delay in day and time. We'll leave that time at 10:20, 10:21, and click on Next. Select the assignee, that's going to be me, but again, you can assign this task to other team members. So from here, you can also set up an additional reminder, right? So Liondesk, reminder-wise, we are going to set up that task in your homepage. So when you log in, you're going to see that task when you log in. Every morning, as long as you have the daily activity email turned on, you're going to receive an email of all of your tasks for that day. But if you wanted a reminder for this specific task, you can go ahead and click on this box here, set up a reminder, and you can get an additional reminder, right? You can get an email, you can get a text message, or you can get a call. So let's go ahead and do a text reminder. I'm going to click on this phone icon and click on Submit. Right, so again, you can continue building up your campaign, adding more emails, adding more text messages, adding more task reminders. But for this example, go ahead and click on Finish and Exit. And it's going to take us back to our campaign screen. Right, so from here, we're going to see all of the information, all of the actions we just created. So as I scroll below, I'm going to see the order of my campaign. Right, so this first email that's going to be sent out, that's going to be sent out immediately. Then we have our text message. Right, we have the message here that's going to be sent out the next day at 10 a.m. And then I have a reminder, right, to schedule the contact, schedule a meeting with the contact, right, give them a call. That's going to be scheduled 3 days later at 10:20 a.m. Right, so from here, I have this campaign already created. If I ever want to go back and make any edits, I can. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and scroll to the right, and you're going to see the icons to edit the email, the text message, the task reminder. Right, so you can always edit. You can always delete them. Right, you can always remove them from your campaign, and you can continue to build this up. Right, just click on Create Action. Awesome, right? So you have this campaign ready to go. How would you go about assigning this campaign to your contacts? Right, you're going to have a few different ways that you can do this. You can do it manually, right? So if you have a contact in Liondesk, you can click on a little button and assign the contact to, or assign the campaign to that contact, right? So you can do that a few different ways. So let's go ahead and show you. I'm going to open up the main menu and click on Contacts. Awesome. We're in the contact dashboard. This is the home of all of your contacts, right? Everybody that you've uploaded is saved here. So from here, you can assign the campaign in bulk, right? So you can select a few contacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You can select a handful. You can select this entire page, right? You can select as many contacts as you'd like. Once you have them selected, you're going to see these icons appear above. Let's go ahead and click on Start Campaign. Once you click on Start Campaign, you will get this pop-up window, and it's going to give you all of the campaigns that you have in your accounts. Right, so if I scroll all the way to the bottom, I'm going to see the Facebook follow-up. Right, this is the one that we just created. So from here, you can go ahead and click on Start Campaign, and it's going to schedule that email to send immediately. It's going to schedule that text message to send out the next day. And then 3 days from now, it's going to set up a task reminder so it can give everybody a call, right? So all you have to do is click on Start Campaign. All right, so that's one way to go about assigning a campaign, right? From your contact dashboard, you can select a handful of contacts to assign a campaign. If you are in the contact record, right, of a specific contact, so for example, let's jump into a contact record. I'm just going to search for that contact, the username. You can also use their email address to search for the contact, right? Pulls up their contact record, and you're going to see those same icons that we just saw before, right? Email, text, call, and so on. So if you're in the contact record, you can assign this contact the campaign. Go ahead and click on Campaign. You're going to get that pop-up window just like before. You're going to click on this drop-down menu, and you'll see all of your different campaigns. So from here, you can also assign the Facebook follow-up and click on Start Campaign. Right, so once you click on Start Campaign, it's going to schedule that email. It's going to schedule that text message. It's going to schedule that task reminder. Right, so we just got that confirmation that everything's been scheduled. So from here, regardless of where you assign the campaign, the contact record will have all of the details of the campaign itself, right? So it's going to show you the email, when it's scheduled to send, the text message, when it's scheduled to send, and also the task, right? So from the contact record, as I look up here, I see all of these little tabs, right? Activity, tasks, and campaigns, right? So for your emails and your text messages, those will be saved here in campaigns. So once you click, you're going to see all of the emails and text messages that are scheduled to send, right? So you'll see the campaign name. So this campaign, Facebook follow-up, we just assigned it. This email number 1 is going to go out today at 10:26, right? So it's currently processing. It's going to be sending it out very, very soon. The next one, Facebook follow-up, we have a text message. This is going to send out on the 23rd. So that's going to be tomorrow at 10 a.m. As you notice, there's a few other campaigns listed below, but these are from separate campaigns, right? So you'll see that this is Facebook follow-up. This is what we just assigned, versus the one right below is from a different campaign, right? So you can assign multiple campaigns to a contact. You'll be able to see all of the information for all of the campaigns within the contact record, right? Just click on campaigns here. So when you click on campaigns, it's going to show you the emails. It's going to show you the text messages. If you wanted to see the task reminders, those are going to save in your task section here, right? So when you click on tasks and you select upcoming, right? So it's currently showing current. Let's click on all upcoming. And boom, very first one that I see here on the 25th, which is 3 days from now, Facebook follow-up, right? Call, contact, and schedule a meeting, right? So I'm going to see here. So this is going to show me again in the contact record, all of the details of the campaign once it's been assigned, right? The exact date and time, the emails, the text messages, and the task reminders, what day and time they're going to send. All right, so that's how you do it manually. If you wanted to trigger a campaign, automatically as soon as the new lead comes in, you can, right? So if you click on your name here in the upper right corner, you want to go into your settings page. And this distribution setup is done in the second tab, lead distribution and team settings. Boom. All right. So with Liondesk, you can connect to various different platforms, right? So you can connect, let's say, like Zillow. You can connect realtor.com, homes.com. You can connect your Facebook pages, your Facebook ads, right? You can also create your Facebook ads from Liondesk. We have a lot of tools here, right? So you can connect with a lot of different platforms. We can connect with your website. If we cannot connect with a specific platform, we can leverage tools like Zapier, Automate.io, PySync, right? These are integration systems that help connect two systems together, right? So there's a lot of different ways you can connect with Liondesk. For this example, let's just go ahead and use Zillow as the example. We even have specific instructions for Zillow, so you can always key on this link, and it's going to give you a step-by-step guide, right? Where to go in Zillow to help set this up. Excuse me. All right, awesome. So we have these Zillow setup instructions, right? You can click there. It's going to give you all of the information, in one place. Once you have once you go through the instructions and once you have the connection in place, leads will start coming into Liondesk, right? So you want to make sure that you have that connection in place first. That way the leads start coming in. Once that connection is in place, you can set up a rule that essentially says anytime you get a lead from this system, I want you to trigger this campaign, right? So when you are ready to go, you want to click on this first drop-down menu, and you want to search for the system that you are connecting with, right? So for this example, let's go ahead and search for Zillow. Once you find Zillow, you want to click on Add New Lead Routing. And it's going to give you this pop-up window. And again, you're going to set up the rules, right? So anytime a lead comes in from Zillow, this is what's going to happen. So when the leads are coming in from Zillow, we're going to assign it a source, right? So this is a way for us to track where our leads are coming from. When you click here, you can select any of these sources, right? I don't have Zillow listed here, but let me go ahead and select my website. Next one. What campaign did you want to trigger? So again, any new lead from Zillow, I want to trigger the follow-up campaign. For some, you will have this section here, which will allow you to specify different campaigns for different lead types. Again, this is not going to be an option for every system. However, it is for Zillow. So if you have a lead that's a buyer, it's going to assign the follow-up campaign. Right, you can also set up another one for your seller so they get a different campaign. And then finally, the distribution setting, right? When a lead comes in, is it going to just your account, individual? If you have a team, you can assign your leads to your team members, right? In a round robin type of setup. We have a few other setups as well. So you can do individual or team rollouts. Let me go ahead and click on individual and click on Save Lead Routing. Once that's saved, you're going to see that listed below, and that's just going to lay out the rules for you. Again, so anytime a lead comes in from Zillow, it's going to add the source of my website, right, for tracking purposes, and it's going to trigger the following campaign automatically, right, so follow up. That way, when a new lead comes in from Zillow, I'm sending that email immediately, I'm sending that text message the following day, and then I'm getting that task reminder 3 days from now to give them a call. Right, so I'm setting up all of this communication to trigger automatically. Again, you want to make sure that you have that connection with Zillow in place. This here is just the rules, right? Once the lead comes in from Zillow, this is what I want Liondesk to do. So you still need to make that connection between Zillow and Liondesk, and you're going to see those instructions here. Granted, we have a lot of systems out there. And every system is a little bit different, right, in how they go about connecting with Liondesk. We try to have all of that information in our Help Center, so you can always check out our Help Center if you want to see a step-by-step direction, right? So if you click here in the 4 square icon in the upper right corner, you will see this this tile here for the Help Center. So go ahead and click. We have a whole section for lead routing and automation, so you're going to find that here towards the bottom. If you already know the name of the system that you want to connect, oh, I'm not showing it. Give me a second. I'm still showing Liondesk. All right, so if you click on that Online Help Center tile, this is where it's going to take you, our Online Help Center, right? So we have a whole specific section for lead routing and automation, right? So this way you can find the different steps for all of the different systems. If you already know the system, right, the system name that you want to connect with, go ahead and just type it in the search bar, and you'll see if you can find those specific instructions, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just click on lead routing and automation, just so I can show you all of these articles, right? And there are different ways to connect with Liondesk, right? Some systems, we have a built-in direct integration that makes it super simple for you to just click, 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 and you're connected, right? Super simple, direct integration. There are other tools that we connect with using our unique email address, right? So Liondesk assigns you a unique email address. Some of these other systems require that address in order for them to start routing the leads to your account. So if you want to, so you'll see those systems here, right? So systems that need the unique email address would be Bold Leads, Boomtown, Commissions Inc., DACNO, IDX, Diverse Solutions, right? And we can also connect with other systems using API keys, right? That might be techie language for some of you all, but don't worry, you don't need to be that, you don't need to really know what the API key is for. It's just gonna ask you, hey, enter your key in this section. These are the systems that require the API key, right? So if you're using Agent Fire, Agent Shield, Easy Agent Pro, iFound Agent, Lead Pops, right? These are the systems that require the API key. For other systems that are not listed here, you can always search this section to connect via third-party tools like Automate.io, PySync, and Zapier, right? So we have a lot of different ways you can integrate with your systems, right? You want to make sure that you set up this connection first. That way your leads start showing up in Liondesk. So go to this section here, search for your tool, and then follow the instructions to connect. Once that's connected, you can go back into Liondesk and set up those rules, right? So you want to go into lead distribution and team settings and set up the rules, right? Anytime a lead comes in from this system, I want to trigger this campaign, right? So for example, we set up a rule for Zillow. So anytime a lead comes in from Zillow, that is a buyer, they're going to receive this specific campaign, right? So for Zillow specifically, we can differentiate between buyers and sellers. Again, not all systems, but some like Zillow, we are able to do so. Awesome. All right, that was a lot of information on this session. But that said, I don't see any other questions here. This will be last call. If you do have a question, just make sure to send it to us. You can add it in the comment section below. In the meantime, I'm just going to go over our different resources, right? That way, if you have a question, you'll know exactly where to go. So let me just go back to the home page. That said, I'm going to focus on this Foursquare icon here in the upper right corner, right? We already went over the Help Center. Great tool to use. We use it specifically for lead routing and automation. That said, you'll find resources for contact imports, email integration, right? Campaigns, everything that we covered today just now, that's also saved here in the Help Center, right? So go ahead and check it out. You can use that search bar to search for keywords, right? Videos, emails, newsletters, right? You can go ahead and use those keywords to find the articles that you need. Right below, we have submit ideas. So if you have any suggestions on new features, new enhancements that you want to see in Liondesk, please let us know. You can go ahead and click here and you can submit your idea to our development team. You are also going to see our marketplace. So let's go ahead and click. The marketplace is a one-stop shop for services, integrations, and features. I missed that one there. Features, services, and integrations. Right. So as you scroll below, you will see the different services and features that we offer. Right. Features. We have a power dialer. We have an ad portal where you can create ads in Liondesk. Right. Your Facebook ads or Instagram ads. You can create them from your CRM. We also have our AI text assistant. Right. Artificial intelligence. This AI tech bot texts your contact for you. Right. We have services like a concierge setup service. Right. So if you find yourself too busy to set up Liondesk, you can hire a professional to do that for you. Right. They'll upload your contacts, set up your integrations, set up your autoresponders. We also have a lead generation service, right? A done for you lead generation. So if you want to get more real estate leads, right? We have different levels of this service, and each level does guarantee you a certain amount of leads. So if you're interested, go ahead and click here for more info. As well as we have integration. So as you scroll below, you'll see the different systems that we can integrate with, such as ActivePipe, Call Action, Brokerment, right? Just quickly scrolling below, Dotloop, MailChimp, LeadPops, Mojo, and also Union Street Media. So this is our marketplace, again, our one-stop shop for features, services, and integrations. And then finally, we have our training page. So when you click here, you're also going to see our training resources. So we have a lot of resources for you all, right? We want to make sure that you all feel comfortable navigating through the system. So first thing you're going to see is our webinars, our weekly webinars. We have the Getting Started with Liondesk webinar series, session 1, 2, and 3. So really great for new users, right? Session 1 is the basics, setting up your profile, uploading your contacts, right? We give you a quick tour of Liondesk. Session 2 is all about communication. So we go emails, text messages, videos, as well as campaigns. And then session 3 is all about automation, right? Campaigns, transactions, and transaction plans. We also have live Thursday, so this is what you all are joining us in. So live Q&A every Thursday. These sessions are also recorded, right? So if you ever want to go back and review, right? So like, let's say you have to leave early, but you had a question that was being answered, you can go ahead and click here, and it's going to show you all of the recordings of our live Q&As. So these are all weekly live webinars. So right, with they're live, you'll have a person there, a Liondesk professional, to answer your question. But if you want to jump into training now, right, just watch some videos, get started. We have these videos listed right below. So we have the Getting Started series, Watch on Demand. It's available to watch right now. So you can go ahead and click here to start watching. We have our Path to Success, which dives into all parts of Liondesk, right? These are online courses that you can take, right? It talks about transactions, campaigns, our ad portal, right? So if you want to learn more, go ahead and click here. We have our Fast Start Guide, which is more so for tech savvy. We just need a few quick tips to get started. And then we have our video library, which has a playlist of all of our videos. As we scroll below, you will see another link for our Help Center. Or you want to make sure that that's accessible, that you know where to go. Again, you can find a lot of information in our Help Center. We have our private Facebook group. So if you're joining us on LinkedIn, if you're joining us on YouTube, definitely recommend joining our private Facebook group. It is over 15,000, I believe almost 20,000 users that are in this group, and they're constantly talking about best practices when it comes to Liondesk and also even just real estate in general. We have the concierge account setup service. We spoke about that earlier. And then finally, you can reach out to us. We do have 3 separate channels of support. So you can give us a call, send us an email, or come in through live. So you can give us a call at 760-501-8582. You can send us an email to support@liondesk.com, or you can click here to connect with the live chat rep. Right? Again, all of our channels of support are available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Awesome. All right, y'all. I don't see any other questions coming here in the chat, so we'll go ahead and officially end the session now. Thank you all so much for joining us today. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're available Monday to Friday from 7 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Awesome. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for joining us today. I hope you all have a great day.